September 7th, 2017. You're scrolling through your phone when a breaking alert flashes on your screen. Equifax hacked. 147 million Americans affected. Your heart sinks. But what the headline doesn't tell you is far worse. For 76 days, 76 hackers were already inside Equifax's systems, quietly watching, downloading, and stealing everything. Your name, your address, your birth date, your social security number. Gone. And the company trusted to protect your financial identity? They had no clue. The warning ignored. Let's rewind to March 7th, 2017. An urgent alert lands in Equifax's IT department. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security warns of a critical vulnerability in Apache Struts, a software framework quietly powering Equifax's dispute portal. In simple terms, it's the gateway to everything, the same portal millions use to fix errors on their credit reports. The instructions are crystal clear. Patch immediately. But Equifax? They treated it like a casual email. Inside their Atlanta headquarters, things were chaotic. The company handled data from 820 million consumers across 24 countries. But their cybersecurity? It was hanging by digital duct tape. A 2015 audit ignored. Hundreds of unpatched vulnerabilities left sitting. And their patching process? An honor system. Did you update the servers? Sure did, boss. No checks, no verification. So when Homeland Security said, patch this now, someone ran a scan, fixed a few servers, and called it a day. But one server, just one, was missed. And that mistake would change history. The door left wide open. That unpatched server was connected directly to the internet. It was an open door. For weeks, nothing happened. Then, on May 12th, someone somewhere found it. The hackers slipped inside, unnoticed. There were no alarms, no warnings. Why? Because the monitoring system that should have sounded the alert, its security certificate had expired months earlier. Nobody renewed it. So the hackers walked into one of America's largest credit agencies, as if they owned the place. And what they found was pure chaos. No two-factor authentication, no proper encryption, databases labeled like sticky notes. They didn't need to break in again, they were already home. The slow, silent heist. Day one inside Equifax. The hackers don't rush. They move like archaeologists exploring a tomb, careful, methodical. Within hours, they strike gold. Employee credentials, and not just any credentials, admin-level access. The username? Admin. The password? Admin. That's not a joke. That's reality. With those keys, the hackers became ghosts inside Equifax's network. They queried databases like employees pulling overtime, each query pulling thousands, then millions of identities, names, social security numbers, birth dates, driver's licenses, credit card details. They packaged the stolen data into small encrypted files, sent them quietly across 34 servers in 20 countries, deleted the traces, and did it again. Every single day, for 76 days straight. By the end, they had stolen the DNA of half the U.S. population, without anyone noticing. Discovery, July 29th, 2017. An Equifax IT admin is doing routine maintenance, renewing expired certificates. He clicks Renew on the monitoring system, and his screen explodes with alerts. Unusual network traffic, suspicious transfers, dozens of servers exfiltrating data live. For 76 days, hackers had been bleeding Equifax dry, and the company never knew. He freezes, coffee mug slipping from his hand. The nightmare begins. Within hours, executives are notified. Within days, they realize the scale. But the question nobody can answer: who did this? The cover-up. 2 days later, on July 31st, panic grips Equifax's top floor. The CEO, Richard Smith, is briefed, "We've been compromised." It's significant? Try catastrophic. But before the public finds out, something strange happens. 3 senior executives sell nearly $1.8 million in stock, just days after discovering the breach. They claim they didn't know. The FBI would later say there wasn't enough evidence to prove insider trading. Still, convenient timing, don't you think? Meanwhile, Equifax hires Mandiant, a top cybersecurity firm. The FBI quietly opens an investigation. Inside Equifax, they name the crisis Project Sierra, because apparently even disasters need branding. The public explosion, September 7th, 2017. 6 weeks after the breach was discovered, Equifax finally goes public. 147 million Americans affected. It's one of the largest data breaches in US history. The response? A complete disaster. Their secure response website looks like a phishing scam. The URL isn't even hosted on Equifax's domain. Users must enter the last 6 digits of their social security number, the very number just stolen. And the results? Random type in test. You're affected. Type it again, you're fine. To make things worse, Equifax's official Twitter account accidentally tweets the wrong website 8 times. They literally directed victims to a fake phishing site. The world is speechless. The fallout. The CEO and top security officers retire. Translation: fired, with golden parachutes. The company faces 700 lawsuits within weeks. Class actions demand $70 billion. Congress drags Equifax into hearings. Lawmakers from both parties unleash fury. How does a company this critical fail this badly? Why wasn't the data encrypted? Why was your system offline for 9 months? Richard Smith stares blankly. His only line: we take full responsibility. Empty words for 147 million stolen lives. The silent data. Months pass. Analysts scour the dark web. But the stolen data never appears. No social security numbers for sale, no credit cards, nothing. That's when whispers begin. What if this wasn't about money? What if it was about power? Then in February 2020, the truth emerges. The US Department of Justice announces charges against 4 members of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, the PLA. Not freelance hackers, not criminals for hire, soldiers. They didn't just steal identities. They stole the blueprints of America's financial system, the bigger picture. This wasn't random. In 2014, China hacked Anthem Insurance, 78 million Americans. In 2015, they breached the Office of Personnel Management, 22 million federal employees. In 2018, they hacked Marriott Hotels, 500 million guests. And then Equifax, medical records, travel patterns, government clearances, financial data. Combine all that and they have a digital profile of nearly every American. They don't just know who you are, they know how you live. The aftermath. Every strange phone call, every suspicious charge, every declined credit card application. That lingering thought, is this it? Is this when my stolen identity comes back? The reflection. So what did we learn? That a single unpatched server can expose an entire nation. That companies trusted with our data can be blind to their own weaknesses. And that, in the age of digital warfare, information is the new weapon. The hackers didn't just steal data. They stole trust. And once that's gone, you can't patch it back. If you found this story eye-opening, hit that like button. It helps more people see what really happens behind corporate walls. Subscribe for more deep dives into the untold stories shaping our digital world. Because in the age of information, awareness isn't optional, it's survival.